Welcome back, everybody. This is the 5-Minute Forecast. I'm Don.
Was there any reasonable suspicion that she was committing a crime, yes or no?
We weren't sure what she was doing.
Okay, so if you don't know what somebody's doing, do you have reasonable suspicion that they're doing anything in particular?
No, but we have a reasonable response to ask what she was doing.
Right. Agreed. You could ask her what she's doing. And when she refuses to answer, are you now allowed to detain her?
Yes.
Who told you this? That you get to detain people who are videoing and refuse to identify themselves when asked? Are you familiar with the Fourth Amendment, by the way?
Vaguely.
What does it say in your own vague terms?
No illegal search and seizure.
Right. Unless there's
Probable cause.
or
Okay. That's about all I know.
What you just saw was a deposition from a federal civil rights case, Bergquist v. Milazzo. A law enforcement officer who was unable to clearly articulate stated that she believed she could detain individuals who refused to provide identification even when they were engaged in no criminal activity and exercising a constitutionally guaranteed right. This exchange highlights how gaps in understanding in core legal standards can quickly escalate in routine encounters. Now imagine you're in a life-threatening situation and you call for help, or an officer is responding to an emergency at your child's school or your wife's workplace. In those critical moments, don't you want the most qualified, most capable professionals arriving on scene? The way the interaction unfolds depends heavily on the standards used to hire, promote the men and women who serve. In most jurisdictions, the clearest path to safer communities is simple. We should always be looking to hire and promote whoever is the most qualified candidate for the job. Unfortunately, this standard appears to no longer be the consistent truth. Too often today, if someone says the wrong thing or inadvertently upsets the wrong person, that single comment is used against them to block advancement or even prevent them from fully contributing, regardless of their skills, training, or proven performance. The result is a clear increase in risk for you and your family. A current federal class action lawsuit in Philadelphia illustrates this issue. In November 2025, several highly qualified officers with top civil service exam scores, strong service records, advanced training, and positive performance evaluations were passed over for promotion under the department's new, quote, Rule of Five policy, which replaced the previous merit-based system. A recent peer-reviewed study published in the Journal of Governance by researchers Monica Bauer and Nicholas Sharon examined this exact question. Their large-scale survey experiment, conducted across 27 European countries with more than 68,000 citizens, found that meritocratic recruitment is perceived as significantly more legitimate than political or patronage-based systems. Citizens viewed merit-based selection as producing fairer procedures, greater confidence in decision-making. The legitimizing effort of merit was especially strong in contexts with higher levels of favoritism and lower institutional quality, precisely the environments where public safety risks are the greatest. The problem has been getting worse. We've seen situations where dedicated first responders who continuously evolve, seek advanced training, and treat profession as a long-term commitment are overlooked for promotion. The tragic events in Uvalde highlighted cascading failures of leadership and command that can occur when the most qualified individuals are not consistently placed in key critical roles. Well-documented priorities for preserving life place innocent hostages and victims first, followed by innocent bystanders, officers, and then the suspect last. Yet recent public commentary in forums and discussions has included statements suggesting that some would knowingly prioritize lives differently in critical incidences. Such positions contradict these established life-saving priorities and increase risk to the public. Adding to these challenges is the increased suppression of first responder free speech. Officers who speak out about training deficiencies, safety concerns, or operational issues often face retaliation, including blocked promotions or disciplinary action. This chills the open exchange of ideas that would improve public safety, and officers who continue to evolve, learn new skills, and treat law enforcement as a serious long-term commitment are often not the same officers promoted. Advancement frequently favors those seeking other considerations rather than the consistent professional level of excellence. If you or a first responder you know is dealing with these issues, reach out to the First Responder Resource Network at frrn.org. It offers education, legal resources, and advocacy to protect constitutional rights of those who serve our communities. And here are 4 practical points to show why the lack of merit-based hiring and promotion increases the risk to everyday homeowner, drivers, and families. 1. Merit-based hiring evaluates every candidate strictly on skills, completed training, and demonstrated judgment. When we always select the most qualified person, officers arrive on scene with the strongest foundation to assess situations quickly and respond professionally. Without this standard, the risk of unnecessary escalation during an encounter increases. 2. Promotions based on merit reward officers who have shown a consistent excellence in de-escalation, constitutional policing, and community safety. By always advancing in the most qualified candidate into leadership roles, agencies keep field training and daily operations aligned with best practices. When merit is set aside, leadership gaps increase and risk the entire department. 3. When we consistently hire and promote the most qualified candidates, entire agencies maintain a higher level of standard and preparedness. Officers are better equipped to handle real-world variables with calm authority and clear communication. The lack of merit-based decision lowers these standards and directly raises risks for civilians. 4. For you as a civilian, this focus is on the most qualified candidate, giving you a greater confidence in every encounter. You can stay calm, follow lawful instructions, and clearly state your rights when appropriate, knowing the system prioritizes competency and professionalism instead of personal conflict. When merit is lacking, the confidence decreases and your risk in the interaction increases. The bottom line is this: we should always be looking to hire and promote whoever is the most qualified candidate for the job. The lack of merit-based hiring and promotion increases the risk to public safety. When dedicated officers who evolve and treat the job as a long-term profession are passed, and when free speech is suppressed, or when leadership standards slip, the entire community pays a price. In less professional encounters, higher potential for danger, and when merit guides both hiring and advancement, the result is a more professional, well-trained officer who prioritizes public safety and de-escalation. This is Don with Forecast Securities Group. That's the 5-minute forecast.